Hello sweet friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am finally sharing my easiest 2-ingredient dessert recipe with you. This recipe can easily be adapted with different flavors, and I'm excited to walk you through the steps, so let's get started. The ingredients that we need are 3 Jello packets, 2 cream cheese blocks, and 7 cups of water. Start by placing 1 cup of hot water into a bowl and take 1 packet of Jello and carefully dissolve it with a fork or a whisk until there is no more granules. If your mixture gets bubbly, don't worry. After letting the gelatin rest for a few minutes, the bubbles will disappear, or you can simply spoon them out. After you have dissolved the Jello, add in 2 cups of water and continue to mix and dissolve the gelatin. To mold my gelatin, I am using a bundt cake pan, and to prepare the mold, I'm simply spraying it with non-stick cooking spray. It's totally okay if there is excess, because we will remove the excess with a paper towel. We want the mold to be slippery but not dripping with the spray. That's the purpose of removing the excess with this paper towel that you see here. Make sure that as you are removing the excess that you do get the oil spray into every single crevice of your bundt cake pan, because this will make it easier for us to unmold our gelatin once it is completely done. At this point, if you still have bubbles on your gelatin, you can simply remove them with a spoon, or you can just pour your gelatin and pretend that they're not there. When the mold is prepared and ready, take the gelatin mixture we made and pour it into the mold. We are going to allow this gelatin to set in the refrigerator for approximately 10 to 15 minutes, and meanwhile we're going to make the cream cheese Jello. At this point, if you still have bubbles and you don't want them on there, you can lightly tap them with a spoon or a spatula to pop them, or simply spoon them out. While this part of the gelatin sets in the refrigerator, let's work on the cream cheese Jello. For the cream cheese gelatin, take 2 cups of hot water and dissolve the remaining 2 packets of gelatin in this hot water. When everything is dissolved, add in the remaining 2 cups of water and continue to stir. So we're basically doing the same thing that we did in the beginning, except we're adding 1 more cup of water and another packet of Jello. During this part where we are dissolving the gelatin or the Jello packets, be sure to take your time to make sure that everything is dissolved, because we don't want big chunks of gelatin in the end result once we are done. Now let's add in both bricks of cream cheese into the blender and add in enough gelatin mixture to fill the blender about 2/3 full. Remember not to overfill your blender, otherwise this will become messy very quickly. Once you have this in your blender, make sure to blend until the cream cheese incorporates with the gelatin. Now we're going to pour this cream cheese blend into the remaining gelatin, and we're going to continue to whisk and incorporate. This is to make sure that our cream cheese and gelatin create one whole mixture, because I don't have a blender that is huge or big enough to put everything into one blender. So essentially, we're just making sure that everything becomes one single blend. And remember that you can definitely switch up the flavors of gelatin, and you can try this exact same recipe with different flavors. Another flavor that I suggest is peach, pineapple, maybe even lime. So you can definitely be very experimental with the flavors that you try with this exact same recipe. Now that our first gelatin has set and we have our cream cheese jello, we're going to remove our first gelatin from the refrigerator. And by this time it should be a little bit set, but not too firm. And we're going to basically slowly add in the cream cheese gelatin with the help of a spatula so that we don't burst our first layer of gelatin. And then once we are finished adding in the remainder of this cream cheese gelatin mixture, we're going to allow the gelatin to firm up for between 3 to 4 hours, or it's actually better if you leave it until the next day. Here is the finished result. You can definitely make this exact same gelatin using different Jello flavors. So definitely experiment and have fun with this super affordable but delicious dessert. Remember that it's only 2 ingredients, well actually 3 because of the water. But don't forget to share this video with a friend. Don't forget to hit the like button. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what your favorite dessert is. Subscribe before you go, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.